As you all know, today we are in an ACE company to know about their upcoming future plans about agriculture and the agriculture segment. We have with us Ashok Anantharaman sir, CEO Agriculture ACE company. Sir, welcome to our
Thank you very much.
Sir, first we would like to know about your company profile, how it's been a long journey. It's been a 1 decade, 2 decades you are ruling and working in this segment of heavy equipment, occupying 70% of the market. If we can say that if 100 heavy equipment are selling right now, you are selling 70 out of them. So how you feel about that?
Right. I think first thing is ACE has been in the business of cranes for the last 26 years, and thanks to the entire team and their dedication, we've been able to achieve market shares of anywhere between 65 and 70%. The various varieties or product range of cranes is large, and we are there in all sorts of cranes, pick and carry cranes, tower cranes, truck loaded cranes, right? And we are able to manage large market shares and the highest market shares because we are continuously engaging ourselves with customers. So this is one segment which ACE operates in. The second, and where we have a 65 to 70% market share. The second segment which ACE operates in is the construction equipment, road construction equipment, wherein we are in the process of evolving new products. We are in compactors, we are in backhoe loaders, we are in motor graders. We are the first, one of the first manufacturers to give BS4 backhoe loaders to the market, right? And it's the most powerful product. BS4 has started effective 1st of April. We are in forklifts. We manufacture and sell a variety of forklifts, ranging from diesel to electric. And here also we have a market share of anywhere between 25 and 30%. The last vertical, which is what we handle, which I handle, is the agriculture vertical. Agriculture vertical has 3 important products as of now, which is tractors, harvesters, rotavators. We've now introduced balers. You are there in that. We've introduced balers. So we have 4 products. In the harvesters category, we are number 2 today in the country with close to about 25% market share. So this is a comprehensive product portfolio of ACE.
So what will be the long-term segment, or what you are thinking for long-term?
See, it's like this. Each of these segments has a different clientele, right? So when you look at cranes, we want to continue to hold on to the number 1 position. So there are lots of improvements, innovations happening in that segment to ensure that we stick, our market share remains there. So lots of metro projects are coming in, lots of infrastructure development is happening. So we are confident that we'll be able to manage our market shares, right? Forklifts, continuous growth is happening. We are growing at 40% every year in forklifts. Coming to construction equipment, it's a large market. 40,000 backhoes get sold every year. We are very, very small. We are 600, 700. So the opportunity is fantastic. Come to now tractors and harvesters.
So as we see, being an Indian company, it is a pride for you also that you are manufacturing, and right now you are entering in a tractor and agriculture sector. How you feel about that, being an Indian company and serving for the Indian farmers? What you are looking forward to give them?
My chairman's vision always has been Atmanirbhar Bharat, make in India. जो आत्मनिर्भर भारत की बात कर रहे हैं, जो हम लोग अभी हमने फॉर्मा का लॉन्च किया था, आपको याद है फॉर्मा का हमने मार्च में लॉन्च किया था. इट वाज ए यूरोपियन ब्रांड, और वो ब्रांड it's a made in India thing which you're now presenting it to the world. So we've got into SAARC countries, we've got into Africa now, and we're going into Europe also. So यहाँ से reverse जा रहा है वहाँ पे. So this is a very important point. जो जैसे आपने कहा brand Forma for us, it's literally make in India for the world. So that's the slogan which you are using, और वो हम दूसरे इक्विपमेंट भी करेंगे. अभी फिलहाल नहीं कर रहे हैं, बट वो भी करेंगे, क्योंकि एक बार हम लोग वो ब्रांड को फेमस करा लें वहाँ पे और पॉपुलराइज करा लें, उसके बाद हम लोग उसको बिल्ड करेंगे. फार्मर वांट्स अ वैल्यू प्रोपोजिशन. Or again, as I said, my chairman's vision and philosophy is that you need to make a product which has fantastic value and which is at a reasonable price to the end customer. So when you look at a tractor, when I tell my customer that my tractor is a 350, it's a 40 horsepower with all the features. So today we are trying to pack all features in all the products so that when we give it to the farmer, it is value for money. Unfortunately, the farmer is not able to understand because of so much confusion going around on prices, on features, which is carried on by various other manufacturers. He really is not able to realize the value of the product. So now we are training dealers so that they can ensure that they are able to communicate to the farmer कि इस ट्रैक्टर में ये फीचर हैं और ये फीचर दूसरे ट्रैक्टर्स में नहीं है. So I think clear fundamental of ACE is right product, right price, right service, and this is the vision of our chairman also.
Sir, what is your vision about cooperative and development farming for the farmers? How can you think about it? It will affect the farmers.
See, cooperative farming is now slowly catching up in various states. When you say cooperative farming, I would look at from the angle of farmers and not as corporates who are doing farming in various places. Most of the states now have started looking at every tractor, one tractor per village. India has got 625,000 villages. Okay, this program has started off in a state like Assam, AP, where a group of individuals, means a group 5 to 6 individuals are entitled to buy either a tractor or a harvester. Okay, so they will, all of them, 8 to 10 guys will pay close to 10%. The rest 90% is funded by state and center.
So what will be the role of your company in this segment?
So that's so I'm just coming. So we are a part of all these programs. So so these are all subsidy-led programs run by the government. We are one of the biggest players in Assam. Okay, in the tractor industry in this segment. We are also now getting into harvesters in a similar way in the south markets. So we would love to see. We are very clear on one thing. Farm mechanization is going to be the order of the day. Okay, farm mechanization के लिए क्या सब चाहिए आपको? Tractors चाहिए, harvesters चाहिए, rotavators चाहिए, balers. These are some of the equipment. So we are all in it. Okay, and this is the only manufacturer who has everything under one roof. Okay, कहीं भी जाएंगे आप तो पता चलेगा सब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हुआ है. Because
मेक इन इंडिया के नाम पे ये तो असेंबल इन इंडिया बेस्ड.
हाँ, तो हम लोग अगर आप जाएंगे, I would like you to also come and see our production line. You will see everything is made. Rotavators are made at the back. You can once you finish this, I will walk you there. Okay, harvesters is made so everything is made within the plant, not assembled.
Sir, that is my pride. That's why I can say proudly that we are an Indian company and we are manufacturing.
I'm very happy to be a part of this. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm very happy to showcase ACE to the rest of the world, because other than selling in India, we also export. We export to 25 countries.
Sir, I want to go deeper in this question. So how your company is collaborating with financial companies and banks to give the loans to the farmers so that they can do a cooperative farming and all?
So we have tied up. So we have three important types of financiers in this business. One is NBFCs, one is PSU banks, one is private banks. So we have tied up with all the three of them. So when you look at PSU banks, we are with SBI and PNB. When you look at private banks, we are with Axis Bank. When you are looking at NBFCs, we are with Cholamandalam Finance, IBL, which is IndusInd Bank, and Shriram Finance, Sundaram Finance, and Mahindra Financial Services Limited. So I think depending upon the areas, depending upon the states, each of the financiers has strong relations in different states. So we have ensured that each of the states gets a financial solution, and therefore the customers and the farmers get the benefit.
सर, जैसे हम देखते हैं कि एशिया और अफ्रीका में कई सारी कंट्रियों में हार्वेस्टिंग के बाद पोस्ट हार्वेस्टिंग में 40 से 50% तक जो क्रॉप होती है वो बर्बाद हो जाती है. तो उसके लिए फर्टिलाइजर से पहले क्रॉप की प्रोडक्शन करना इसेंशियल वे ऑफ इंक्रीजिंग यील्ड ऑफ फार्मर. क्रॉप जो लॉस उसको रिड्यूस करने के लिए क्या
बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस फॉलो करना पड़ेगा. बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस के लिए एक चीज बहुत क्लियरली देखा गया है कि फार्म लेबर जब इस्तेमाल होती है तब there are chances of losses. But once you have mechanization is very clearly shown that losses are reduced, number one. जो हम सीड्स इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं वो इफेक्टिवली सीड्स उसको इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज द कॉस्ट ऑफ सीड्स आर वेरी हाई. सो यू हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड अ सुपर सीडर. Okay, your sprayers, so that the right amount of chemicals are sprayed.
Yes.
So your fertilizer spreader. So what does all this mean? जितना हम मैकेनाइज कर पाए उतना हम इफेक्टिवली हम लोग एग्रीकल्चर को आगे बढ़ा पाएंगे. So उसके लिए very specifically there are, as I said, fertilizer spreaders for fertilizers, boom sprayers are for spraying chemicals, super seeders for putting seeds. So ये 3 important inputs हैं crops के लिए, और ये 3 इनपुट्स के लिए आपके पास वेरी स्पेसिफिकली इक्विपमेंट अवेलेबल हैं आज. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल टुडे अफ्रीका में तो पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड यूजिंग, बिकॉज लेबर, सी प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग, फार्म लेबर इज बिकमिंग स्केर्स एवरीवेयर. सो विच इज गुड फॉर एवरीवन, बिकॉज क्वांटम ऑफ वर्क कैन इंक्रीज, क्योंकि लेबर केवल 8 घंटे काम करती है, आपकी मशीन 16 घंटे काम कर सकती है. मैंने 2-2 शिफ्ट में, ड्राइवर 2-2 शिफ्ट में 8-8 घंटे, और लोग करते हैं. Right, so benefit of farm mechanization is better quality of output, okay, no, and elimination of wastage.
So what do you see the future of sustainable agriculture in this location like Asia and Africa, and how do age is going to fit in this segment?
See, sustainable, when you say sustainable agriculture, it's very clear that lots of precautions have to be taken. Precautions in the sense that the upper layer of the soil should not get disturbed, right? So therefore you need to keep on having the rotavator, right? So very clearly sustainable agriculture is going to be the key for success everywhere across the world, right? Carbon imprinters are the other thing. Okay. In case of and that is why I'm saying mechanization is going to facilitate sustainability. Why I'm saying is that when you are using labor for spraying chemicals or fertilizers, okay, it's on orbit basis कि वो ऐसे फेंकता है, ऐसे spray करता है. But when you have mechanized equipment, right, then it is a structured way of applying fertilizers and chemicals. So you are maintaining the soil quality, the soil fertility, right? So this is very critical. Then you have something called a laser leveler. A laser leveler is where you help in conserving water. So usage of equipment is going to help out in building up the sustainability, and that's what is going to help in the in improving quality of output and also effective agriculture.
So as we are seeing right now, the new segment of people are investing in agriculture segment, like the hotel business and cooperative society. They don't know that really what they want to buy, but they are investing in this segment and buying the equipment and giving them for the lease. Can you elaborate it, and can you give us how those people can target their audience, and how they can buy equipment on they can use it, like combined we can use many equipment and they don't know the basic knowledge how it will work.
There is something called corporate farming. Okay, there's something called people who are investors who buy equipment and lease it out. If you are asking that,
yes, sir.
See, so they are called custom hiring centers. Custom hiring centers know the needs of the farmers, and they also know what sort of equipment is required in those markets. So what they do is again custom hiring centers goes to the route of government. So government announces subsidies for these centers. Okay, and then they ask people to apply for the tenders, and then all these big companies start then getting into the market with custom hiring centers where they have tractor, combine harvester, rotavators, where farmers in that village can go and take it on rent. It's a very, very effective model because small and marginal farmers do not have access to all the costly equipment what is available, right? So therefore this such centers where you have a whole portfolio of equipment available, the farmer goes there, takes it on rent, and then uses it in his field and then gets it back. So this is the way forward. States like Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh and now Bihar have started this in a very, very big way, and I see a lot of benefits coming to the entire farming community because of this.
So last month you have launched a new series of lightweight harvester. Are you moving to tractor centric to implement centric plug and play more?
ACE is not a tractor manufacturer. Okay, when I look at agriculture vertical, ACE is a farm mechanizer provider. Okay, we would like to have one-stop solution for the farmer. Okay.
Like plug and play model.
It's a wrong word to use a plug and play is because it involves lots of things.
Yes.
Okay. Today if I'm making a harvester, I need to understand what the needs of the farmer are. Okay. When I'm making a tractor, I need to know the features, what he needs. Okay. Similarly, rotavator. So when I look at what all can ACE provide to the farmer at a very reasonable price, okay, value for money. I'm not saying that I'm going to do any value for money proposition. All features, okay, as I said, this is where we are different from others, okay, and this is going to be the future for ACE. ACE is not going to be known as a tractor manufacturer. I'm talking about, other than it's a crane manufacturer. It will be in construction equipment, but then also it will be also called a farm mechanization provider.
So as you are saying, farm mechanized provider. So as I can see that you are saying that ACE is just not a tractor manufacturer. We are the combined as a agriculture solution. You present as a ACE as a combined agriculture solution.
Absolutely.
Mechanization.
Absolutely.
Like the government is also giving the subsidies in this segment also, that can farmers be mechanized, more mechanized, so that we can reduce the cost of the farmers. So in this segment, if we can see ACE is working very nicely and very good. So I want to say one thing to you. How you can see the future of sustainable development, and this, as you say, plug and play is a wrong word, but what you see as an ACE in this future?
See, one thing is very clear. Agriculture will continue to remain an important vertical in the entire Indian economy. Okay, why? Because India's population is increasing, right? If India has to be, if India needs to sustain the current population's food, then we have to grow 350 million tons worth of food grains in the next 4 years. Today we are 305 million tons. Okay, so if you have to grow 45 million ton more food grains in the next 3 years, the only way out is that farmers move away from single crop to double crop to triple crop. When you say 3 crops a year, that means your rotation has to be faster. What do you mean by that? You need to have mechanization, because your periods of gaps between the 3 crops have to be taken care of, you know. So you need to get into more mechanization. Okay, and India has to do this, and even Africa has to do this, because no one wants to import food. Okay, no one wants to pay foreign currency for food. They are ready to pay foreign currency for oil, but people will prefer not. So therefore they want to be self-sufficient. So each of these countries, 54 countries in Africa, India are trying to ensure that they improve their agriculture output, and for which everyone is clear that the way forward is only mechanization, because labor is not available.
So what will be your final takeaway message for the government and public policy maker, government and the NGOs and non-profit organization for sustainable development of farmers and in our agriculture segment, development of agriculture segment?
See, I think the government is working in the right direction. If you see the policies which they have rolled out over the last 3 to 4 months are very, very farmer friendly, number one. Number two, they have looked into clearly the MSPs, minimum support prices, for each of the crops. They are also facilitating farmers to grow newer crops, so that we don't have to import, like you see, tur or pulses, right? So that focus is on those crops. Horticulture has played an important role. I don't know whether you're aware of that. Yes, horticulture production has been more, about 310 million tons of horticulture, which is basically flowers, vegetables, fruits, okay, which is more than food grain. So therefore the quality of production is much better, right? So the policies need to be continuously there, and the center is very, very clear. Therefore, if you've seen, they have given new prices for sugarcane now. FRP they have launched it a couple of days back. Subsidies on fertilizers and chemicals have again been announced, right? So the government is in the right direction, because they're trying to promote agriculture in a big way. They've also realized that labor is going to be scarce, so they have now looked at every farm equipment per village, and they are looking at an aggregator. They are looking at 6 to 7 people taking this forward in every village. So what does that mean? They want to promote agriculture.
So
okay.
At the end, what will be your message to the farmers of India? What will be your message to farmers?
I would like to thank the farmers, because during such a crisis over the last 18 months, they have done extremely well. in spite of all the COVID, they have continuously worked in the fields and given the output which has been unheard of. Okay, and this output has been increasing, 295 tons, 305 tons. This year is about 315 tons most probably. So they are continuously working, right? One request to the farmers would be that they need to start looking at mechanization in a better way. Okay, because they should realize that labor is not going to be available. So they need to try out the newer methods of planting, harvesting, and post harvesting. Okay, post harvesting is where there are losses. Okay, so you need to have silos for that. You need to have cold storages, right? So the message to the government will be that part, which is the post harvesting part, needs to be strengthened. So that storage capacity, so that there are no losses. The production is phenomenal. So if you've realized last year when the government decided to give PDS, public distribution system, free till end of Diwali, what it was, so that was a right step, because they were ensuring that there's no wastage. Whatever was lying in the FCI godowns, etc., could be used effectively with the communities. So I think I am pretty happy with the way government is looking at mechanization, policies for the farmers, and also giving various incentives to the respective communities, farming communities, to enhance production. So I think we are in the right direction.
इसी के साथ हम अपने आखिरी पड़ाव पे पहुंच चुके हैं, आत्मनिर्भर भारत की सच्चाई को हकीकत में बदलते हुए इस कंपनी, और आशा है कि ये इसी तरीके से काम करते रहेंगे और भारत के किसानों को आत्मनिर्भर बना सकेंगे और भारत की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कैपेसिटी को पूरी दुनिया में हम फैलाएंगे। इसी के साथ मैं आपसे इजाजत चाहता हूँ। धन्यवाद।